All right, so you've looked at food reserves and done a lot of research. What have you found in your research?
Well, I work for an organisation called Share the World's Resources. They're based in London, and we're actually looking at the structural long-term causes of hunger and food insecurity. We believe that food reserves can play one important part in the overall policy response to this. For example, food reserves can address some of the long-term problems, especially the chronically low prices that have been paid to farmers. And secondly, it can also address the problem of dumping that's partly been initiated by policies in the United States and the European Union. It can also address some of the short-term causes of the recent food price crisis. For example, decades of liberalisation policies resulted in low stock levels, and this has increased speculation on the market and also led to price fluctuations. So we believe that reserves could be one part of this response.
Great. So, looking forward, how do you see reserves playing a larger role in the international institutions and the global discussion?
There's clearly a need for reserves on the international level, we believe. However, currently there's not actually the institutions to mandate this or actually run such a system of reserves. So though it's necessary, we don't actually have the structures or the institutions in place. For example, a lot of the United Nations agencies that are working on food issues are quite divided, and they have overlapping mandates and a kind of patchwork quilt of responses to the global food crisis. What we're calling for at Share the World's Resources is actually a global food convention. And a global food convention of this kind could bring together all of the different actors in the food system, for example, farmers groups, trade unions, environmental organisations, small business, a number of different actors, and should also incorporate developing countries. Developing countries are often left out of the discussions on the issues that are most effective in terms of food and hunger. So therefore we're calling for a global food convention. Now this should be based on true multilateral cooperation instead of propping up the current trade regime.